Bears in green, hit versus Apodaca. And the first pitch of the game hit him. An inauspicious start as Apodaca aboard. First inning's been a problem for Oklahoma in this series. Skip Johnson looking on. Bears scored 3 in the first Friday night at Game 1, and they scored their only run in Game 2 earlier today in the first inning.
I think you chalked that one up to being wet. When the ball is wet, you got to loosen up the grip, and it's really hard for a pitcher to kind of find that tension with the middle and index finger on a fastball.
Outside to Ty Johnson. Johnson has been the hottest bat in Norman for Baylor. 5 for 9 with 3 doubles in the series. Hitting .324 on the year. You can hear the rain pelting our field side microphones. There's a little nubber. Hit's going to have to barehand and throw, and a nice play. On to second, Apodaca. That's a swing and bunt. That'll work as a sacrifice. 1-3 on the putout. Michael Snyder. Cole Posey will be the batter now, and he'll try to give Baylor a first inning run for the 3rd consecutive game. Now you see Jamie hit. Oklahoma very much in search late in the season for that 3rd starter on the weekend. Carson Atwood gave him a good start in that hole, the Sunday starter in Lubbock, but Skip going with Jamie hit tonight, and maybe a little reasoning for it here. First the pitch to Posey, and he lines one into right field. That'll land in front of Bryce Madron. Apodaca will be held at 3rd, and the Bears threatening in the first inning yet again. 3rd hit of the series for Posey. On the corners, 1 out.
It's a good swing on a fastball away. Good job by Posey staying on it. Bat pass efficient.
The Bears just 3-10 this year against left-handed starting pitching. That might be what went into this decision to start Jamie hit tonight. Cortland Castle now moved up to the cleanup spot, the catcher. 2 runs batted in the series. He's 0 for 6. First pitch grounded to 3rd, and it got by, and down the line in to score Apodaca. On to 3rd, Posey. It's a double for Castle. And the first inning, Bears growl again, 1-0.
It's another good swing on a fastball. This is a little bit of a hook barrel that gets past the glove of a diving McKenzie. So we get another look. Hit really hard. 2-hopper, tough play. Castle picking up his 23rd RBI in the year.
Looking for more. Here's Harrison Cayley, the DH. Takes the ball low. He has pinch hit appearances in each of the first 2 games. Cayley does 1 for 2. 10th start of the year. He's hitting .321 out of the Woodlands. There's a strike. Bill McGuire, the home plate umpire for this one. Outside.
With the turf being wet, Toby, look out for base runners sliding past the bag. Infield's going to want to keep the tag on it just a little bit extra long. Ensure the base runner staying on the bag.
2 balls and a strike. And a little bit outside, 3-1. And already the Sooner bullpen has hopped into action here in the first. They are plenty rested. OU only used 2 pitchers in game 1 today. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. And the pitch to Cayley is ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Baylor has scored a total of 9 runs now in this series. 5 of the 9 runs have come in the first inning. 3 Friday, 1 in game 1 today and 1 so far in game 2 today. Daniel Altman now. Fouls back to left on left first pitch. 1 for 4 in the series with 3 walks. That one hit was a first inning RBI double earlier today. Looking to put a big crooked number on the board here in the top of the first. The 0-1, 0-2. How important is it in your mind, Blake, for a number 3 guy to emerge here for Oklahoma? Or can they piece it together even if one doesn't? Talking postseason run. High 1 and 2.
Well, in my mind, it's been working for them the past couple Sundays. They've kind of bullpenned it, run with the starter out there that Carson Atwood last week. But in my mind, you really need 4, especially making a deep run. But at this point, I think you have to absolutely find a third guy. And Jamie hit a guy that has had success at the Big 12 level.
Fly ball down the left field line. Pettis slides, and he can't quite get there. And make sure he's okay as he went into that wall pretty hard. The bullpen guys checking on their left fielder. Looks like he's okay. I'm not sure he saw that ball off the bat. Probably wouldn't have mattered, but he threw his hands out shortly after the ball left the bat of Altman as if he didn't see it. The count remains 1 and 2.
But his hit has the stuff. The fastball sits at 92. He's got a good breaker to match it up. Seems like he gets predictable at times.
The 1-2 pulled that one foul as he went off speed. Jamie Hitt, you mentioned the first half of the season, was in this role. They tried Grant Stevens there. He has had mixed success. Fouled off, out of play again. Carson Atwood has been pretty good as a starter in only a handful of occasions in his career. I think 8 to be exact, the senior, including last Sunday at Texas Tech. So we'll see how it plays out, but it's hit tonight. Bases loaded, 1 out, the 1-2. Into right field. Madron charging, got there, and they got a double up at second. The throw goes into second, and that'll end the inning. A base running mistake by Cortland Castle ends the inning at second base. And they're going to... And for the 3rd straight game, OU will have to claw from behind. And they'll try to do so against the starter for Baylor tonight, right-hander Colin McKinney.
The 6'5" freshman out of Nassau Bay, Texas. 6'5", 224. See his stats on the year. 3-5 record, 6.46 ERA, 47 and a third innings pitched, 58 strikeouts to 31 walks. Last appearance against TCU, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts.
His best start of the year came against Cincinnati. He went 6 1/3 against them, gave up just 1 hit and no earned runs, and recorded 10 strikeouts, so he is capable of being dominant. The last 2 or 3 starts have been less than that, and there's a base hit into right by John Spikerman on the first pitch he sees. Spikerman is having a weekend, 6 for 10 now, with a grand slam earlier today and 2 doubles.
Just jumps on a first pitch fastball. Kind of slips out of the box. I'm telling you, this rain kind of changes everything as a base runner.
Bryce Madron now. 3 for 8, 3 RBI in the series. First pitch swinging, comes up empty. To reiterate what we stated off the top, a win tonight for Oklahoma would be their 21st in Big 12 play. It would be their 6th conference sweep, and it would guarantee them at least a share of the Big 12 regular season title. It could be more than that if Texas Tech beats Oklahoma State tonight. That game tied 2-2 in the 7th. Texas has already lost tonight to UCF 4-3 in Orlando. Madron fouls it back, and it's 1-2. 93-mile-an-hour fastball from McKinney. Here's a look at the Oklahoma starting lineup tonight, brought to you by Norman Regional. And it's about like it's looked all season. Willett 7, Pettis 8. Jason Walk gets a start in center field. Spikerman the DH for this game. And a balk has been called. It is the first base umpire, Clay Park, who had the balk call at second base earlier today. And Spikerman is awarded second base.
This may have been that 45-degree. No, he's a right-handed pitcher. I'm sorry.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Madron. And he hangs high. 10 home runs. That leads the team for Madron. 43 runs batted in. He has scored the most runs in the Big 12 of anybody this year. 62. He fouls that one off to the left.
It looks like a splitter, Toby. You'll see him grip that. It's a hard pitch to grip into your glove, so you'll see the index and the middle finger split out. Have it set so you don't have to fidget with it in the glove, give it away.
Rain continues to come down here in Norman, and the count goes full to Madron. The vast majority of the fans that have stuck around for Game 2 or come back for Game 2 have moved up under the shelter. Hey, you see them up there trying to stay out of the rain for now. Here's the payoff. Slow grounder to second. That'll easily move Spikerman on. Better hurry, and everybody's safe. An infield single for Madron. And they're on the corners with nobody out.
That's a swinging push bunt. Right off the grip. Just look at him run. He can fly.
He gets those 5'8" legs churning. Takes him about 6 more steps to get to first than it does John Spikerman, but he can haul. And now Easton Carmichael will try to put Oklahoma on the board in the nightcap. 3 for 9 in the series with 5 runs batted in. Runner goes, pitch is taken. Throw down to second base is in time. Boy, Cortland Castle has been outstanding in this series. He guns down a third Sooner base stealer.
That was clearly on the scouting report coming in. Just a dart to second base. Good pop time. Yeah, Reggie Will is being very cautious with the run game this weekend.
Notice the slide there, too, of Madron. With the wet turf, he really rocketed. Keep that in mind going forward. Very well could see somebody slide over a bag in this game. So 1 out now, Spikerman at third base, and a 1-1 count to Carmichael. .352 average on the year. Went around, strike 2.
See him grip that split.
Baylor trying to snap a now 10-game conference losing streak. Lifted down the right field line, but slicing foul. Baylor was 9-7 in Big 12 play. Upper half of the league standings at that point. But they've dropped 10 in a row, and now at 9-17 in 11th place with just 4 conference games remaining. Only the top 10 make it to Arlington for the Big 12 tournament. Another foul ball out of play. UCF winning tonight does not help Baylor. The Knights pick up their 12th conference win. They very much need Texas Tech to lose both of their games in Stillwater. This is it for Tech in conference play. They have no more series after this weekend. They're sitting on 12 wins, and Baylor has the tiebreaker over them. Long fly ball to left. Carmichael gives it a ride. Bergman to the wall, and he makes the catch. Spikerman will tag and score, and it's 2-1 on the long sac fly from Carmichael. Just missed one there. And that, for Carmichael, is his 50th run batted in. That ties him with Michael Snyder for team lead.
Yeah, this is a breaking ball away. Gets it off the end of the bat, puts a good charge into it, but Bergman right there on the warning track. Tracks that ball down. Job by Spikerman, tagging up, scoring the first run.
Snyder now with 4 for 8 in the series with 3 walks. Snyder has driven in a pair of runs. 9 home runs on the year. And he's ahead in the count here, 2 balls and no strikes. Colin McKinney to the plate. That's hammered into left field. That's a base hit. Bergman playing deep out there. Snyder's got the 3rd hit of the inning for OU. His 5th of the weekend. Kyson Witherspoon among the Sooners up on the rail watching this one. He picked up the victory. Outstanding performance in game 1 of the doubleheader today. Anthony McKenzie now. 3 for 9 in the series, 3 runs batted in. Back to his more traditional third base in this game to start, with Jackson Willits getting the start at shortstop. Two and 0. Final home game of the regular season here in Norman. But they hope they'll be back in 2 weeks. If they can close strong, the Sooners in good shape to be an NCAA regional host. And you would certainly think if they could clinch a championship in the conference, that will undoubtedly earn them that honor. The Big 12, the number 3 RPI conference in the nation. The question at that point becomes, how high could you get on that seeding ladder? Three and 1 to McKenzie with Jackson Nicholas waiting on deck. 4 tough games next week on the road. All in the city of Cincinnati. Tuesday against Xavier. Thursday, Friday, Saturday conference games against the Bearcats. And then at least 2 games, and hopefully more than that if you're a Sooner fan, in Arlington. Two outs, a run in. The pitch to McKenzie is swing and a miss, full count. Michael Snyder will be off with the pitch here. And he walked him. Now the caught stealing looming large right now. But Oklahoma still a chance to do damage. They've been a great 2-out team this year. 2 on, 2 out for Jackson Nicholas. He's got a pair of doubles and 3 RBI in the series. tying run out at second base. Go ahead run at first. Here in the bottom of the first inning. Came up and in and almost clipped Nicholas.
McKinney's got a good arm. Fastball at 93. That slider will sit at 85. That's split.
2-0, and now Castle's going to jog out and try to get McKinney squared away. He's already thrown 25 pitches here in the first inning. Carson Binge has homered in Stillwater, and Oklahoma State has taken a 5-2 lead over Texas Tech. They are in the 7th inning there. Two balls and no strikes here to Nicholas. .94 on that fastball. 2-1.
It's a good swing. It's on time with it, just under the barrel.
To second, Altman, and the inning is over. So the Sooners get one. We head to the second in the nightcap in the series finale. It's 2-1.
For Baylor, we got to be resilient. They did a good job in the first inning, getting the bases loaded, getting 2 out of it. Maybe a base running mistake by Castle. But strong start for both teams.
Gotta hate it when your key to the game is negated before we ever get to the graphic. Keys to the game brought to you by the Riverwind Casino. Hunter Toplansky leads off the second. Still facing Sooner lefty Jamie Hitt on the mound. And he hits it hard to left. Kendall Pettis will race back, but that's over the wall. First home run of the weekend for Baylor. A leadoff homer for Hunter Toplansky. 3-1 Bears. That's Toplansky's first hit of the series. 5th home run of the year.
Get another look at this. Cross seam slider. Right into the barrel, Toplansky. Good job. I think breaking balls go farther, Toby.
Oh, really?
It's physics.
A little backspin on them. They're already spinning when they get there. That's going to do it for Jamie Hitt. Skip Johnson out of the dugout. He's already indicated that he wants to make a pitching change here early in the second inning. Baylor's taken the lead in all 3 games of this.
185 out of Elk Grove, California. First stop was the Pacific. Stats in the year is 5-1 record, 5.6 ERA, 38 innings, 38 strikeouts to 18 walks. He's in the zone. He's got a fastball about 88. Kind of a cross seam action. Good slider, mixing a changeup to right-handed batters.
Just to clarify, it was the University of the Pacific. I don't want people to think he just stopped in the Pacific
It just
Ocean
hung out in the
before he got
Pacific
to
Ocean.
OU.
You're right.
Yeah,
Fair
that was
enough.
the University of the Pacific. So 3-1 Baylor after the Toplansky homer. And Tyreek Kemp will bat. He's having a good weekend, 4 for 8. Shortstop takes a strike. Stevens, midweek starter first part of the year, then moved into the Sunday role, had some success. Last couple of outings not as good, so lost that job. He's out of the bullpen here tonight. And he takes that one high. Said he's crafty. He is. He throws a boatload of different pitches. And he can be fiery out there, too, when he's going good. There's a good breaking ball in there. 1-2.
I think this is a guy Skip Johnson relies on, maybe that 3rd or 4th game into the Big 12 tournament if they get that far.
Off the end of the bat. Gonna have to hurry. McKenzie charges, gloves, throws, not in time. Kemp runs too well. It's an infield single. Yeah, maybe game 1, too. You got to remember how the bracket works, Oklahoma will play, well, day one is Tuesday in Arlington. If you're one of the top 2 seeds, you don't play till Wednesday. But that's still a day earlier than when Braden Davis will throw in Cincinnati, which is a Thursday. So at least the last couple of years, Skip's gone with Carson Atwood in the Big 12 tourney opener. Runner goes, pitch is taken. Throw down by Mudler is not in time. He overslid the bag but got back. And it's a stolen base for Kemp. The call was a strike on the pitch.
It's a really good jump by Kemp. Little triple extension.
Carmichael, by the way, behind the plate for this one.
We'll see this throw. Might have been on time. Well, it's too much momentum going towards second base there. Couldn't stop to hold the tag onto him.
There's a strike. My point was sometimes at least Skip has had the track record of kind of throwing off in game one just to keep his starters on their normal days down in Arlington. So a lot to think about. Plenty of time to make those kind of decisions. The 0-2. Another slow chopper to third. This is kind of a carbon copy. Not in time again. Back-to-back infield singles for the Bears, and they're on the corners with nobody out. This feels like Friday night right now.
Beat it by a step. Yeah, a lot of C&I singles Friday night. Not a lot of hard contact. Easy for a pitcher to get rattled in this. If I'm Grant Stevens, I'm just trying to throw a fastball down at the knees, get a ground ball.
Top of the order, Apodaca now. He was hit by a pitch and scored to start the game. Check swing. Got to be kidding me. Got to hurry. Got him, but a run scores. Nice play by Carmichael. 3 in a row. Bounders to the left side. That one didn't go quite as far. Nice play by Carmichael. It's 4-1 Baylor. And Bergman moves to second. Apodaca picks up an RBI on that. His 38th. That leads the team.
That one worked like a safety squeeze. Little check swing. Off the cap. Perfect bunt.
So 1 out. Ty Johnson 0 for 1 in this game and 5 for 10 in the series. With Bergman out at second base. Bears jumped in front Friday night. They had a 6-2 lead after an inning and a half. But Oklahoma went on to win it 19-7. There's a smash into right field. Nice play by Madron. That was a hard hit ball. That's the hardest hit ball off of Stevens, and it resulted in an out. 2 gone. Cole Posey now. Bears had a 1-0 lead in the first game of the doubleheader today, and then unable to score the rest of the way. Sooners won that one 9-1. And they're out quick again here in the finale. Posey singled and scored. First time up in the first inning. Darkness setting in here in Norman. One ball and no strikes to the first baseman. And he laces that one foul off the netting. 1-1. Baylor's got a midweek game at TCU next week. It's an interesting scheduling quirk. And then they will host UCF to close out the regular season on the weekend. Runner goes. Carmichael to third. Up and out of the glove of McKenzie. He's going to try to come home. And the ball pops out. Safe is the call. Bergman aggressive, scores. And it's 5-1. And the Baylor fans making themselves heard. It's a stolen base and an error that allows a run to come home.
It's a good jump by Bergman. Might have wanted obstruction there, but you got to allow him to make a play on the ball. I think we had him out at home. Just squeaked through the glove of Carmichael.
1-2 the count to Cole Posey. The Duplansky homer started the second inning. And a couple of infield singles have come around to score. And Baylor's got a 4-run lead here early. Strike three call. That'll end the inning. Carbon copy. Can Baylor hold off the Oklahoma one Bears in front? This is before the game, senior night tonight. And the senior moms all throwing out the first pitch. That was cool. Got a little dangerous there with some crossfire action, but everybody's okay. A very cool touch. A tremendous class of seniors this year for Oklahoma. One of the reasons they've had such a great season. As Jackson Willits takes a strike, there's one of them. The on-deck circle, Kendall Pettis. 0-2 to Willits.
Gonna have to make an adjustment on that splitter. Got to make that be a strike for one. Prove that he can throw it for a strike, being McKinney. And then make it be up in the zone.
Willits 3 for 5 in the series with a double. Did not start the game earlier today, but came in midway through. Had a bunt single late, had an RBI late. He's surging. Now hitting 254. Takes one outside. 7 home runs for the freshman, true freshman from Fort Cobb. 29 runs batted in. Flair back at third, got a chance, but Duplansky gets there to make the nice running catch. And let's go down to the third member of our team, Carly Murray at the dugout.
Well, Toby, for 6 months, Kendall Pettis' family had this weekend planned to a T. Today is Grandma's birthday, so the original plan was to celebrate yesterday and today in their hometown, Chicago, and then fly out in the morning for Senior Day. Well, when Kendall woke up this morning, he found out that Senior Day got moved to today, so he instantly called Mom and Dad, explained to them the situation, and they were able to fly out on the last flight out of Chicago at 1:30 and arrive just in time for Game 1 and Senior Day.
Wow.
How about that?
That's fantastic. And they're here tonight. That's tremendous. Good job, Carly. Kendall Pettis. The 1-0. Upstairs, 2-0. 1 for 2 with a pair of walks in the series. Fastball strike. This guy will go down as one of my favorite Sooners to cover in my now 13 years behind the microphone here. Just a delightful young man and a fantastic baseball player. Never seen him have a bad day. Never seen him turn down an autograph or say no to an interview or even frown for that matter.
It's been special for me too. He was actually on his recruiting visit. I picked him up from the hotel, took him around Norman a little bit.
That's a foul ball.
Gonna be sad to see him take that uniform off for the last time.
In Omaha, you mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you meant. And not tonight. There's a lot of baseball in front of this team. They put together a special season. Tonight, with the win, they could match their all-time record for most conference victories in a season. Pettis aboard with a walk. OU won 21 conference games in 1994 and 1995. That was back when they played 30 conference games. For a long time, they've only played 24 conference games. Back to 30 this year. And they'll play 30 a year in the SEC as well. 21 is the record. 1994, they won 21 games and then won the national championship. 1995, they won 21 conference games and went to Omaha. They've won 20 so far this year. Jason Walk fouls it back. Walk started Friday night's game one. He went 1 for 3 with a pair of walks. Did not play earlier today. Freshman out of Ackworth, Georgia. Way high. McKinney, a lengthy first inning, already to 40 pitches, 1 out here in the second. And Jason Walk has become a fan favorite very quickly. He is instantaneous something. Usually it's good. Strike called, 1-2. Got a little more pop than you'd think in that frame. He's hit 3 home runs this year.
One of them was on a slash.
Yeah, in Stillwater. One on, 1 out in the Sooners' second. Popped up foul, that'll get out of play. He is extremely raw. You can tell sometimes with either the route he takes in the outfield or some of the base running decisions. But there is no denying the sheer athleticism and talent of this young man. Off the end of the bat, right back to the mound. 2 gone. Pettis to second. Spikerman now. Singled on the first pitch he saw in the first and came around to score. Grand slam here earlier today. This young man is only a junior, not a senior. Very well could be his final regular season game in a Sooner uniform at home. Don't want to put that decision in his brain, but it's already there. Trust me, he's highly regarded. A different world we live in now, so you never know. Bounced it up there. Pettis thought about trying for third. Castle, who has been tremendous behind the plate, knocks that one down. That young man has had a great weekend.
Holding runners well. Like I said, had to been in that scouting report. You don't see the aggressiveness in the Sooner base running, trying to steal bases, but unspeakable what he's been able to do.
Spikerman again into the right field corner, and he's on his horse. Pettis scores. Spikerman stops at second with an RBI double, and it's 5-2. That is his 7th hit of the series.
Yeah, fastball up and in. Gets the barrel there quick. Little hook double. Nose it out of the box.
3rd double of the series. 4th extra base hit. They tighten the game up a bit, 5-2. Madron now. Infield single, his first at-bat of the game. He's 4 for 9. Inside corner called strike. Two balls and a strike to count. Sooners have spotted the Bears each of the first two games and then chased them down and passed them. And going to have to do the same thing again here in the finale. Drops a breaking ball in there for strike two called. Towards short. Kemp's throw is low. Madron beat it out. And it was not handled anyway by Posey. And they're on the corners. Let's see if he would have been safer out if the throw was a good one.
Yeah, he moves quick.
Yeah, he would have been out, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be an error.
Yeah, it's an error on Kemp.
And they have scored an error on Tyreek Kemp. Just the second Baylor error of the series. But it extends the second inning for Easton Carmichael. Carmichael drove in the first run of the game on a sac fly in the first. He's got 6 runs batted in the series. 50 now on the year. Two and 0. Good slider there that Carmichael swings and misses. I think you're probably right. I think Oklahoma might be done trying to run on Cortland Castle this weekend. He has proven himself. 3 caught stealings on the weekend, including Madron back in the first inning. Rocket, right center field, and it's up the alley. Spikerman's home. Madron chugging for third. He gets the windmill. He will score. 2-run double, and Carmichael's big weekend continues. It's a 1-run game.
Tacking up a 3 RBI game, gets a fastball over the middle of the plate. Does a good job staying back, and that's how you elevate to the backside, young hitters. Right up the power alleys, playing pepper with the wall.
8 runs batted in the series for Easton Carmichael. And it's been like Groundhog Day all weekend. All 3 of these games, Baylor jumps out quickly, and here come the Sooners, now 5-4. They're going to stick with McKinney for now. Tying run out at second, and the batter will be Michael Snyder. Well, the error is a costly one.
That was a good at-bat by Carmichael, too. Gets a 2-0 slider, kind of a get-me-over breaking ball, swings through it, resets himself, gears up for the fastball, and doesn't miss.
Snyder 1 for 1 in this game, 5 for 9 in the series, 3 walks in the series. One of the seniors here takes a strike. Washington transfer. He now trails Easton Carmichael in runs batted in. That for the first time this year, he's not leading the team in that category. Strike called, 0-2. We are not at capacity for this game, but it is a noisy crowd that has stuck around for this late night finale. They are into it. The 0-2. Up the middle. Base hit off the glove of Kemp. Carmichael will tie it. Snyder digging for second. He is safe, and he hangs on. We are tied in Norman. How about the hustle of the big man?
It's a really good read off the bat here by Carmichael. It's 2 outs. You're running on contact. Good effort by Kemp. Like you said, Snyder seeing the ball deflect short off the glove of Kemp. The big fella.
Hang on. You got to hang on tonight. McKenzie, the 8th batter of the second inning, takes a ball high. A win tonight, and Oklahoma clinches at least a share of the regular season Big 12 title. Swing and a miss. Keeping an eye on Stillwater. Cowboys up 6-3 on Texas Tech, bottom of the 8th inning. A win tonight for OSU, and they are still mathematically alive. But if OU were to win tonight, they would be the only ones that could catch them. Oklahoma could knock out the Longhorns. One and two to McKenzie. He walked his first at bat. Man, 35 pitches this inning. After a lengthy first. Hard work for Colin McKinney. Not yet through 2. Hit it. Up and in. And a 9th Sooner batter will come to the plate in the second.
Yeah, fastball that just gets away from him, a little amped up. Trying to get to the inside corner on McKenzie. Just a little bit too much. It's right on the tricep. That doesn't feel good, Toby.
I got a bruise just watching it. Nicholas now. 0 for 1. Strike 2 called. Two on, 2 out. 4 runs in. McKinney. The pitch. Upstairs.
Come on, Jack.
Ninth batter of the second inning. Jackson Willits, who popped out to start the second, is on deck. Here's the 1-2. There's 77. All 3. From 0-2 to 3-2, and Snyder And McKenzie will get a running start now. Here's the payoff. And they'll do it again.
I think Nicholas has been able to eliminate the split. McKinney's losing a little bit of feel for it in this at-bat. Maybe a slider down. They could be up in the zone.
What an at-bat. Bases loaded. He was in an 0-2 hole and he worked a walk. Third walk for McKinney. And is the gas tank on empty for that young man? He has thrown 71 pitches and recorded just 5 outs. Castle's going to go out and check on him here. This might be a stall tactic. And indeed, here comes head coach Mitch Thompson. And we got us a bullpen battle the rest of the way in the finale. Pitching change coming in Norman. 5-5 in the second. Settle in. Get you some caffeine. It's going to be a late night.
At a Loranda Ranch, California. Stats on the year: 1-2 record, 7.71 ERA, 18 2/3 innings, 16 strikeouts, 10 walks.
Battle of the bullpens the rest of the way. The starters, Jamie hit for Oklahoma and Colin McKinney for Baylor, are gone, and we have not yet played 2 full innings here in Norman. Tied 5-5. Mother's Day tomorrow, but rain expected pretty much all day and potentially storms as well. So they decided early this morning, let's double up today. We're all going to go home and enjoy Mother's Day with the moms in our lives tomorrow. But hopefully, after one more Sooner victory, if you're a fan of the Crimson and Cream. And we might have to play into Mother's Day to settle this one at this rate. Hopefully not. There's a good look at Tanner Duke. He inherits a very sticky situation here. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 4 runs in. And the batter is Jackson Willits, who's 0 for 1 in this game. .55 versus 77, a very non-traditional matchup here.
2 offensive linemen really going at it.
And a balk's been called. Another balk has been called. And that'll bring home the go-ahead run. That is the 3rd balk of the day called on Baylor.
This time it was Brian Marine, second base umpire. Might have just rolled through a set sign.
Tanner Duke asking home plate umpire Bill McGuire what he did wrong, and now McGuire's going to call the rest of the umpires together. Duke has made at least a good enough case to force a conference here.
Yep, there it is right there.
Yeah, he gave it a little rock. Explain to people what he did wrong there.
So he tried to come set, then just that little bit of a drop down. I mean, he's trying to disengage. Let's see if we can get it one more time.
Yeah, they're going to stick with the call. And they're explaining to Duke what he did, and now they're also explaining to Mitch Thompson the call. There was a balk in game 1 that we couldn't find. This one's pretty obvious, though. Go ahead, Blake.
There it is. So he'll toe the rubber. One to step off here. Right there, that little rock. And then just reacquires. He's trying to plead his case, but that's
a good call.
That's plain and simple right there.
And it's 2-0 to Willits.
Stay well, baby. Stay well.
Kinsey at third. Nicholas there at second. 3-0 pitch to Jackson Willits. And he walked him on 4. And they are loaded again. Baylor now in the series. On the mound, 8 strikeouts and 19 walks. 4 of them in this game. Kendall Pettis, the 11th batter of the inning. He takes a ball. Pettis walked and scored earlier this inning. Tanner Duke yet to throw a strike out of the pen. And the Sooner fans taking one out of the Texas A&M fan playbook there. And he walks in a run. It's 7-5. Eight consecutive balls by Tanner Duke. And now after you walk back-to-back guys, the last guy you want to face is a guy named Walk. But such is life. There's a strike. 12th batter of the second. Walk grounded out earlier this inning, 0 for 1. Downstairs. One and 2, 93-mile-an-hour fastball by Duke.
Yeah, it's a good arm. Whippy. Almost a low 3/4 arm slot. Tough to pick up.
Fouled out a play off to the left. Jackson Nicholas. He got aboard on the first of now 3 consecutive walks here in the second inning. Here's the 1-2. 2-2. Sooners have already won a 4th consecutive series over Baylor here in Norman. But they're going for the sweep. They scored 19 in the opener. They scored 9 earlier today. You can add 7 now here. 35 runs and counting in the series. And it's a full count now to Jason Walk.
Haven't seen anything but a fastball from Duke. Jay Walk can pretty much eliminate anything else. Just look dead red here.
Popped up, shallow left, long run for everybody, and it is caught. Nice play, sliding catch by Bergman in foul territory, and that ends the inning. But the Sooners score. Came with the poncho ready for rain. They got coolers, they got beverages, they got food, they got friends. The Oklahoma State guy is still here. Can we pan back left? Yeah, never mind. 7-5 now, Sooners third inning. Toby Rowland, Blake Brewster back with you. And Grant Stevens delivers strike 1 to Castle. There he is. Still trying to figure out where Stillwater is. I think I'm in the wrong stadium tonight. Line drive, base hit. We haven't had a 0 put on the scoreboard yet. Castle's 2 for 2. Bears 2 in the first, 3 in the second. Sooners 1 in the first, 6 in the second. We play in the third. Harris and Cayley now. West Virginia has defeated Kansas State tonight. They shut them out 13-0. They even up that weekend series at a game apiece going into Sunday. Mountaineers move into a tie with Texas for third place in the conference standings. 2-0 to Cayley.
Guys aren't pleased.
That is a fantastic, just the whole situation with the hat, the mustache, and the hair is just, it's all working.
Are we calling that a mullet?
Well, yeah. I don't know exactly what's going on top. It sure looks like it's a high likelihood of that.
It's not a Jerry curl, is it? No?
I'm going to plead ignorance on that one. 3 balls and a strike to Cayley. And that's a base hit into center field. Back-to-back knocks for the Bears to start the third. Now, meanwhile, this was not long ago up in Oklahoma City. Big 12 softball championship game. And the Sooners have won it again. A 5-1 victory over Texas tonight. Draw next. And they have played arguably their best ball of the year over the last 4 games after OSU took the first 2 games from them in Bedlam last weekend. They played very good in the finale, and then all week in the Big 12 tournament, they have been dominant. So maybe Patty Gasso's got him peaking at the right time again here. Ball 1 to Daniel Altman, and that will bring Skip Johnson to the mound for a conversation.
It's maybe buying time for a righty in the pen, Carson Atwood.
Skip was on my radio show on Friday, and it was about Grant Stevens, which reminds me. A week ago Tuesday in Tulsa, Grant Stevens on the mound. And he threw a pitch that he thought was a strike, but the umpire called it a ball. Skip came out to the mound, and as he did, he waved the umpire with it. And I thought on the radio at the time that it was like a wellness check, like, hey, I think he might be hurt. Will you come out here and look at him with me? But Skip said on the radio, he called the umpire out and said, hey, will you tell him that was a ball? He wanted the umpire to tell Grant Stevens it was a ball. And the umpire said it was a ball, and Skip said, I think it's a ball. He thinks it's a ball. You quit complaining and you throw strikes. I've never seen a coach do that before.
Okay.
And he sent the ump back behind home plate.
That's Skip, though, man.
Yeah.
He'll surprise you with just about anything that comes out of his mouth.
I'm telling you, I know that it probably can't happen, but I don't know, maybe in this day of streaming content, not with Skip, but just baseball in general, if you could, there's a fly ball into right. Madron initially broke back, now in. He's got it, and the runners will be unable to advance. There's one out. Just the mic up the conversations on the mound would be golden television. I mean, you know better than I do
right
what takes place there, and a lot of it is completely unrelated to baseball. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Some of it is...
You'd probably have to bleep some of it out a little bit.
Some of it's butt chewing. Some of it's, at times it's the pitcher. Sometimes it's the infield. Sometimes he's waiting for the ump to get out there so he can chew him out.
Yeah.
But it would be riveting television if we could get somebody to agree to it. And you know Skip, he's probably talking hunting and fishing half the time out there.
I remember COVID, he posted a video on Twitter of him washing his hands with a bar of Irish Spring in a pond. Do you remember that?
Because why not? Right?
Yeah.
Here's Toplansky. He homered last time up. The only homer for Baylor this weekend. The Sooners have only hit 1-2. A Spikerman grand slam. Good pitch there, 0-2. So the softball team has won the Big 12 tourney title tonight. Can the baseball team clinch a share at least of the regular season Big 12 title? This is low. One out. Bears on first and second. Well hit by Toplansky again, but this one will stay in the yard. Jason walked back under it. He's got it. Castle tags. And there's two away. Runners on the corners. And Tyreek Kemp, who's 5 for 9 in the series now. A grin on Jason Walk's face. Baseball America and D1 Baseball both projecting Oklahoma as the number 10 seed in the NCAA tournament in their weekly projections this week, their weekly field of 64. There are 16 hosts. Chopped foul. Oh, and that took the hat and mask off of Bill McGuire.
Seems to be all right.
I wonder if we could slow-mo that replay to see exactly how that happened. Our team's the best. Watch this. Oop. Oh, well, Carmichael knocked it off.
Hit him with the elbow.
Yeah. He gave him the WWE move right there.
Listen here.
Yeah, that's not going to earn you any brownie points. No balls and a strike to Kemp. Runners on the corners. Outside. College baseball, just like college softball, 16 sites are selected as host sites. Then a 4-team tournament will be played at each of those 16 host sites. The 16 winners then will go to Super Regionals, and they'll play a best 2 of 3 series to determine the 8 College World Series participants. Oklahoma hoping at least one of the legs of that journey can be played right here on their home field. That hasn't happened since 2010, the last time Oklahoma hosted a regional. North Carolina was the big opponent that was sent here that year. Pitch misses low. Sooners won that regional, went on to Charlottesville, Virginia, won the Super Regional there, and that took them to Omaha, where they were robbed by South Carolina, by the way. Robbed.
That was Jackie Bradley Jr. on that team?
Jackie Bradley Jr., yeah, it should have been strike 3. Grounded to first. Nice play by Snyder, and the inning is over. And the first 0 of the night has been hung on the board by...
Always a good time. Taco Mayo. Big appetite, bigger savings. Download and save today.
That young man staying up late, trying to stay nimble just in case he's needed as a pinch runner later on, as the Sooners lead 7-5. Headed to the bottom of the third, top of the order. John Spikerman leading off. He is 2 for 2. He has singled and doubled. He has scored twice. 7 for 11 in the series. Grand slam earlier today. He's having a weekend, folks. Chops that foul. It has gone final in Stillwater. OSU defeats Texas Tech 9-3. So here's what that means. Oklahoma needs a win tonight to clinch a share. That's all they could clinch tonight is a share. If they did, their magic number would be down to 1. And any combination of an OU win in Cincinnati or an OSU loss would clinch the outright Big 12 title. Nice play at third by Toplansky for out number 1. OSU plays Texas Tech again tomorrow in Stillwater. Baylor happy to see Tech lose a game. That might be their route to Arlington, is having to sweep UCF next weekend in Waco. If Tech lost again tomorrow, that would do it for them. Pending the result here tonight. Madron 1 for 2. Takes a strike. So a win tonight for OU clinches a share. They would stay 3 games up in the loss column on Oklahoma State. Low and in. And then any win for OU in Cincinnati or any loss for OSU, either tomorrow at Tech or on the weekend in Houston, clinches the outright championship. Ground ball to second. And there are 2 quick outs here in the Sooner third. But a long ways to go before this one's in the bank. We're only in the 3rd inning. 7-5 Sooners. They were down 5-1 after an inning and a half tonight. Easton Carmichael's got one of the biggest hits in this game, maybe the biggest so far. The 2-run double in the second. Went around on that. OU ended up scoring 6 runs. Grounded left side. This is going to be a 1-2-3 inning. Nice scoop by Posey. All ground ball outs and a nice inning for Tanner Duke. And we head to the 4th. Sooners up a pair. Hey, 7-5 OU. He's looking at his Mother's Day plans, making sure those flowers are still set to be delivered tomorrow. That's Abby. She's at every game right there. The little girl, she always comes and gives me a fist bump before the game in the radio or TV booth.
That's cool.
Wears the jersey to every game. Loves the Sooners. Grant Stevens again on the hill. Caleb Bergman, 9-hole hitter leading off. First pitch misses high. Bergman, infield single in the second, came around to score. He's 4 for 8 in the series. Sends that fly ball into center. Routine for walk. And there's one away.
I think he's ready to go home. Get him the pillow. I don't know if I like it, Mom, but don't stop.
We can't get enough crowd shots tonight, fellas. This is great. Apodaca. The Baylor leadoff man still hitless on the weekend, 0 for 8. Did drive in a run with a ground out last time up. The Gonzaga Bulldog transfer, 2-0. I wish you would have made that trip with me up to Spokane last year. You would have. Have you been to Spokane?
I have not.
Yeah,
I've been to Renton. I've been to Washington.
Popped him up. Everybody digging. Willits can't hang on. And Apodaca's aboard. A tough play, but that'll probably be an E6.
Yeah, I think he was there in time, not like he laid out. Ball just pops out. It's a long run for everyone. Ends up being Willitz's ball. Kind of catches it off the heel there. Not able to secure it.
One error now in all 3 games for Oklahoma. And Ty Johnson bats with 1 out. And he's got him another hit. 6th of the series for Johnson. Apodaca will stop at second. He had to keep from getting hit by that baseball. And here come the Bears. 2 on, 1 out. Ty Johnson now 6 for 12.
Just no answer for him. He's hitting everything. Fastballs, off speed. Really good approach to the plate right now.
Skip Johnson out. And he is looking toward the bullpen, and indeed, here comes Carson Atwood. So we'll step aside. Oklahoma going to hand the
out of Ardmore, Oklahoma. On the year, he's 0-0. 3.46 ERA. He's been reliable. 26 innings, 21 strikeouts, and 12 walks.
Career appearance 81 for Woody. He inherits a couple of Bears on the base paths. What do you do when you come face to face with a Bear? Make yourself as big as you can be. Blake, you know this, right?
Teach me.
Carson Atwood, that's what he's trying to do right now. Make himself as large as possible. Cole Posey, 1 for 2. 2-run Sooner lead in the 4th. Silo High School product. Playing his final regular season game at Eldale Mitchell Park. Throw to second, close play.
Good timing play right there. See Carmichael drop the glove. Throw on the money from Atwood.
You can hear the Sooner dugout. And some of the fans wanted that call from Bill McGuire. 2-0. Another close play at second. Hit hard, but foul the other way. 2-1. Inning started when Bergman flied out to center, but then Apodaca reached on the drop pop-up. Down the third base line, Johnson singled. Baylor, after giving up a lead in this series, has never come back to reclaim it. There's a strike, 2-2. They're trying to change that here. Once they lost the lead Friday night, never got it back. Obviously only scored 1 run earlier today. Once they lost that lead, it was gone. They led this game 5-1, now trail it by a pair. Trying to punch back here in the 4th. The 2-2 from Atwood. Right back to the mound, off the glove. Atwood, scoop, got him. Out of the glove, the flip to Michael Snyder, and Baylor wants him to look at this again.
It's a close play. You're thinking double play off the bat. Squirts out of there. Athletic play by Atwood. It's going to be close. See if we can get this slowed down.
Going to have to see it from the other side, I think, to know when the ball enters the glove.
A lot of debate going around about sliding into first base.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think it's faster to be on your feet. I think it takes an extra step to dive. Obviously, it's preference for some guys, but I don't know if it changes with him standing up, going down to first base. Posey.
We got one more angle here.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, he's on the bag. Safe.
I think I agree with you. I think Cole Posey was safe, and this is going to be a bases loaded, 1-out situation for Baylor. Here's the call. And there you go. Great camera work again, guys. Give them credit. Now, it's been a fun weekend so far to be a Baylor fan, but they are sticking it out, trying to bring home a dub, still within striking distance of the Big 12 tournament. And a golden opportunity here in the fourth inning. Bases loaded, 1 out for Cortland Castle, who is 2 for 2 in this game. Had an RBI double in the first, singled in the third. Bears have out hit him 9-6 now. And the first pitch misses outside. Apodaca at third, Johnson at second, Posey at first. The 1-0. Foul ball makes it 1-1. Castle has had a stellar weekend behind the dish. Trying to deliver with the bat here in the fourth. It's pulled foul, and the count is 1-2. Sooner pitching has only recorded 1 strikeout in this game. That was the strikeout of Posey looking by Grant Stevens to end the second inning. Dylan Crooks is up getting loose in the Sooner pen. He pitched here last night. Fastball misses high. The 2-2 to Castle. Center field. Shallow center. Walks got it. Apodaca tags. And the throw to the plate is offline. It's a 1-run game. 7-6. RBI for Castle on the sac fly.
It's a good at bat there by Castle. 2-strike sac fly. It's something he can elevate over the plate. Doesn't try to do too much.
Second run batted into the game for Castle, 23 on the year. Johnson and Posey at first and second, unable to advance. So 2 outs now, and Harrison Cayley needs a base hit to tie the game up. An extra base hit to give the Bears the lead. Strike 1 called. Cayley, a walk and a single. He's been on both plate appearances in this one. 2 for 3 in the series. Toward first, and that'll get over the head of Michael Snyder. That'll tie it. Here comes Johnson, and it's 7-all. Michael Snyder is tall, but not that tall. RBI for Cayley.
Little knuckle shot out here, inside out. Box it up, I'll take a dozen.
And they're on the corners with 2 outs for Altman, who now will try to give the Bears the lead. 0 for 2 with a couple of fly out. We are only in the fourth. This is going to be a wild ride in the finale, folks. Pitch is low. Atwood's 1-0. Under the hands of Altman, 1-1. The error, again, costly, just like it was for Baylor in this game. The dropped pop-up has haunted OU in this inning. Swing and a miss, 1-2. The Bears have now scored 3 unearned runs. Sooners have scored 5 unearned runs in this game. Pitch is low, and a delayed still throw goes to third. Nice play by McKenzie to keep that ball from going down the left field line. And Cayley moves into scoring position. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuces wild. The pitch toward third. McKenzie plays the tricky hop, and he throws him out to end the inning. Damage done. Bears get 2. We're all knotted up at 7s as we move to the bottom of the 4th.
For opposing pitchers. Well, Oklahoma certainly looks to keep applying that pressure tonight as they're looking to clinch at least a share of the Big 12 regular season title.
Thank you, Carly Murray. 7-7, bottom 4, and Snyder leading off. A ball and a strike to count facing Tanner Duke. Duke walked the first 2 batters he faced out of the bullpen on 8 pitches, but has since retired 4 in a row. 2-1. Including putting the Sooners down in order on 3 ground ball outs in the 3rd inning. Snyder 2 for 2 in this game, a single and a double. Takes a big rip at that one. He's 6 for 10 in the series with 3 walks. Trying to get aboard to start the 4th. And the count is full. There's a good look at Tanner Duke. Here's the payoff to Snyder. Chopper charging Altman. Gotta hurry. Not in time. Big man hustling. Lead off infield single. He's 3 for 3.
I feel like there's been a million of those this game. Just drives it straight into the ground. The big fella gets running. Yeah, by a step.
She couldn't believe what she was seeing. McKenzie now a walk and was hit by a pitch. He's been on twice. He takes a ball. This guy has been such a valuable piece. Singles into center field. Snyder a big turn, but he'll stop, and the first 2 have reached. McKenzie can play anywhere. He's a switch hitter. Really good athlete. Plays with an attitude. Skip puts him right, and Reggie puts him right in the middle of that lineup in the 5-hole. And now 2 on for Jackson Nicholas. Oklahoma looking for that lead again. J-Nick 0 for 1 with a walk. It has been an odd season in conference play for OU. This is the 9th of 10 conference series. Bunted. And the throw gets away. Here comes Snyder to the plate. He'll score. Oklahoma back in front. We'll see how they score that. I think Nicholas would have beat it out, but they'll tack an error on for sure. for the throw getting away. See if they give Nicholas a hit on the bunt or not.
Yeah, this is perfectly executed. Deadens it. Makes Duke field it. I think he does. I think he beats it out. Maybe a throw in the air.
And right back in front, 8-7. Mitch Thompson had a question for home plate umpire Bill McGuire, but he's retreated back into the Bear dugout. Jackson Willits now bunts it, bunts through it, strike one. They have given Nicholas a bunt single. And the air is on the pitcher, Duke, on the throw. First and second, still nobody out. Willett's going to bunt again. Takes it on to third. Uncontested McKenzie. Toplansky came in to field the bunt, and that left third base uncovered. And McKenzie said, I'll take that.
About the only way they're going to do it on Castle behind the dish. Little smoke and mirrors. Turf's still wet.
Well, it's Mother's Day tomorrow, but how about a little father-son time now as Reggie calls an offensive timeout to talk to Jackson in foul territory. I love you, son. I love you, Dad. I'm sure that's what was said. Back to the plate. On the corners, nobody out. Did you get Mom a Mother's Day gift? Yeah. Should have been delivered tonight by Amazon, Dad. All right. I'll go check. Down low, 2-1. How cool is that, huh?
Yeah, that's the best moment of their life. Getting to see the big boys do it.
Eight, 7. Sooners lead. Looking for more. The 2-1 called strike. 2-2. Willits has walked and popped out. Bringing the energy. Had a near capacity crowd here earlier today. A capacity crowd last night. Sparse crowd tonight. The late start in the rain keeping a lot of people away, but the Sooner and Bear faithful that are here tonight are energized. Enthusiasm. 2-2. Lifted to left. That should score the run. Bergman's got it. McKenzie tags. The throw will go into second. He'll score. And it's back to a 2-run Sooner lead. Willits picks up a run batted in. OU has now scored at least 9 runs in all 3 of these games. And we're only in the 4th.
Yeah, stolen base come up big. Sets the sac fly up there.
Pettis has walked both at-bats in this game. He has walked 4 times in the series. And he got hit by that one. Got a wry smile on his face. We may have to look at this again. He's on for the 3rd time in this game without a hit. Showed bunt. The pitch came inside that plunked him. Let's see where it caught him. On the right thigh.
Did it look like a deflect down? Nope.
Yeah, that was a hold your breath moment right there. So a meeting on the mound. And first baseman Posey go chat to Duke. The only out he's recorded in the 5 batters he's faced this inning was on the sac fly. 2 runs are in. Runners at first and second. 1 out. Jason walked the batter. And let's see if the Sooners stick with the small ball theme here. They've bothered Duke with that. Walks swinging away, fouls it off. Baylor had a 5-1 lead. Sooners put 6 up in the bottom of the second to lead 7-5. Baylor tied it 7-7 in the top of this fourth inning. OU has scored 2 to retake the lead. That is a foul ball, and I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Clay Park has had a difficult weekend, and let's see the replay before we're too critical, but
I'm with you. I think it bounced in fair territory. Question is, did it go over the bag?
I think it hits the line on the other side of the bag.
That's close.
We'd have to slow it down. Maybe he got it right. It looked like to me it went right over the bag and hit the line behind the bag on the next bounce. Didn't get too big of an argument, though, out of first base coach Todd Butler or Skip Johnson. And a strikeout swinging. First strikeout of the game for Baylor pitching. Let's look at this one more time. Over the bat. Where's the next bounce?
That's really close.
He's got a better look at it than we do, to be fair. I mean, he's 3 feet away from it, so it probably did hit in foul territory. Pitching change for Baylor here in the bottom of the fourth. We'll take a break. Sooners back in front, looking for more.
183, third year at Baylor from Corpus Christi, Texas. On the year, he's 0-2, 5.10 ERA, 30 innings, 31 strikeouts, just 9 walks. Going to be in the zone. See this breaker here. Kind of over the top, 70 miles an hour.
Now this is one of their dudes right here, one of their guys out of the bullpen. Andrade brings about as much bullpen experience as anybody they got on their roster. And Mitch Thompson and the Bears, desperate need of a win here tonight, trying to stay in the hunt for the Big 12 tournament, down a pair in the fourth inning. He's got plenty of energy left. 10 o'clock in the Central Time Zone, but bedtime schmed time. Now that guy is just about at the end of the rope. Oh, man. Here's Spike, 2 for 3. He's got 2 on, 2 out. Seven hits in the series for John Spikerman, including a grand slam in Game 1 today that provided the exclamation point on a 9-1 win. Swings and fouls it back. Spike likes to be aggressive early in counts. Cortland Castle, it's a long day. You catch all 3 games of a series, that's yeoman's work. When it includes both ends of a doubleheader, whew. And then you got to take one of those along the way. Gracious.
Different breed catchers.
Strike 2 called.
They're familiar with good catchers, though, the Bears.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shea Langoliers with the A's organization now.
Tremendous player. Big 12 MVP, if I remember correctly, back in the day. Good pitch there, just a bit low, 1-2. Now Baylor longing for those days again. They've been through a bit of a dry spell here. Haven't been to the NCAA tournament since 2019. Line right field line. Foul ball. Man. Been a couple of close calls that way this inning for first base umpire Clay Park. We'll take another look at this one. Skip Johnson is going to challenge this call. Here's another look. That's foul.
That's foul.
Yeah. I think it's a good call.
So if they do challenge and it gets overturned, do they give them a single? Or
Well, I think in that case it is the judgment of the umpires as to where to place the runners. It's a good question you bring up because obviously they halted play. First off, I think it's going to be a foul ball and it's a moot point. But if they did deem it fair, I would imagine they would kind of award an automatic double in that situation and everybody gets 2 bases. But let's take one more look just to make sure. I think there's space between that ball and the right field line. Right there. I mean, maybe it clipped the line, but again, Clay Park's got a better look at it than we do. What do you think? You agree?
I think so. I think we got a foul ball.
There in the right center of your screen, Easton's father, former Sooner star. Here comes the umps, and the call's a foul ball. A 1-2 the count. Runners go back to first and second here with 2 outs. In a game that is now 2 hours old, and we are not yet through 4 innings. Pokes it right side, sliding stop, throw to first, no. Great play by Andrade to knock that ball down and keep Nicholas from scoring, but everybody's safe. That'll be an infield hit for Spikerman.
You're absolutely right, Toby. That was with his bare hand as well. Running towards first base. Let's check this out. I think Spikerman's safe either way on this. Just too fast, but look at this. That's athleticism right there.
That saves a run. Maybe not recommended with your pitching hand, but that saved a run for the time being. 3rd hit of the game for Spikerman, 8th of the series. Bases loaded for Madrid. Fly ball center field, down, and that'll go all the way to the wall. 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. Here comes Spikerman, he'll score. Madrid, he's being waved home. He is safe. It's an inside the park grand slam. Oh, mama! This might just be a team of destiny. Have you ever seen that in your life? An inside the park grand slam for Bryce Madrid.
I'm speechless, Toby. Fastball in. It's a beautiful swing. But it's all on Ty Johnson here. This is a 50-50 shot. He goes for it. It's a good foot away from the glove at full extension. Madrid just hustling.
Wow, 0-2 to Carmichael. 13-7, the second 6-run inning of the game. Home run number 11 on the year for Madrid. Oklahoma has hit 2 home runs in the series, and they are both grand slams. 1 left the park, 1 didn't. And give credit to Russell Raley, coaching in the 3rd base box, too, for giving him the chance. Waving him home. 1-2. This team just is relentless at the plate.
I think whatever Skip Johnson decides to do with the pitching staff, this offense can carry you through a postseason. You're not out of any game. They're not afraid of any guy. That's a base hit.
Has pulled it through the left side. Second time in this game, the Sooners have batted around. Michael Snyder now the 10th batter of the 4th inning. Had an infield single to start this party. He's 3 for 3. An inside the park grand slam. Wow. Madron, it might take him a while for that heart rate to come down after that. That was fun.
That was a lot of emotion. He's a pretty even-keeled guy, too.
Yeah, you don't see that very often out of him. One and one. Now 12 hits for OU. Hats of all shapes and sizes welcome. Sooners looking for a share of the Big 12 title with a win here tonight. Only Oklahoma State would remain in the race at that point. And the Sooners' magic number for the outright title would be down to 1. There is one other factor that could determine the title, by the way, other than the Sooners and Cowboys. If Oklahoma wins tonight, Mother Nature could clinch the Big 12 title tomorrow. OSU and Texas Tech set to play the final game of their series tomorrow in Stillwater under a 70% chance of rain. Swing and a miss by Snyder ends the inning. But Oklahoma scored 6, and Bryce Madron has a memory loaded. The dive for Ty Johnson comes up empty, and it was off to the races. He gets the wave home, and an inside the park grand slam for Bryce Madron. Carly Murray down in the dugout. What was the reaction down there?
Toby, the dugout went absolutely berserk. Everybody was so excited, chanting him on and just cheering for him out of excitement. Whenever he sat down, he said, there was no way I was stopping. Absolutely no way, guys. He was still huffing and puffing as he was running out to right field.
That's great. That is great. On senior day, no less. 2-0 the count here in the 5th inning, just the 5th inning. Game that started at 8 p.m. tonight. Hunter Toplansky leading off. He's homered and flied out. Nicholas at second. One away. Still Carson Atwood on the mound for OU. All 4 of those OU games next week, day games in Cincinnati, Sooner fans. And there is rain in the forecast all week up there, so some game times could move around. But as of right now, they're going to play Xavier Tuesday at 3 p.m. Central Time. That's supposed to be a really cool ballpark. I saw something recently that had the top 10 coolest college ballparks in America, and Xavier's home field was listed on that top 10 list. So we'll check that out Tuesday. That's a 3 o'clock Central Time game Tuesday. And then the Cincinnati series Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Game time set for 4 o'clock Central Thursday and Friday. 11 a.m. start Central Time Saturday in the regular season finale up there. And then it's back home to wash your clothes and repack the suitcase to head down to Arlington for postseason play. Strike called. OU hoping they'll start one day after everybody else, though. The top 2 seeds do not play on Tuesday, day 1. They get a day 1 bye. They will not play till Wednesday. Three and 1 to Tyreek Kemp. A win tonight, in addition to clinching a share of the title, would clinch that as well. It would clinch one of the top 2 seeds in the tourney and a day 1 bye. There's a strike, full count. Sooners do not hold the tiebreaker, however, with the Cowboys. So if they did end in a tie, they would share the title, but the Cowboys would be the 1 seed in that situation. Swing and a miss. Carson Atwood gets his first strikeout. There's 2 gone in the Baylor 5th.
It's a good pitch here. Little fastball away. Arm side run from Kemp. Right under it.
Caleb Bergman, 9-hole, 1 for 2 in the game. Oklahoma has scored 41 runs and counting. Already their 23rd double-digit scoring game. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And a 92-mile-an-hour fastball from Atwood. That's a little more cheese than he normally puts on the cracker. Popped him up. 93 on that Atwood fastball. And he has put the Bears down in order. We are halfway home. Saturday night, game 2, doubleheader. Cincinnati. A win tonight also would match OU's record for most conference wins in a single season at 21 with still 3 to go. But they will be tough. Do not take Cincinnati for granted, folks. The Bearcats are on the NCAA tourney bubble, and after sweeping BYU this weekend, they might be on the right side of that bubble. And they could certainly make a statement to the committee if they could win a series against Oklahoma. They are 4-0 in home conference series this year. That'll be a tough series. 2-2 pitch to McKenzie. Lifts it into right. Apodaca. And there's 1 out. And Jackson Nicholas will be the batter. You spent any time in Cincinnati?
I've never been. I'm trying to think. No, I don't think I've been. You're a Reds fan, Pacers fan, right?
Correct. And Thunder, but yes. Ground ball to short. Kemp throws out Nicholas, and there's 2 away. Great American city, Cincinnati, right there on the Ohio River. Big baseball town, obviously. University of Cincinnati's right downtown. Played football and basketball there this year. Sooners did. Won both games. And the campus is very tightly packed. It is not like Norman, where everything's kind of spread out, you know. The football stadium, the basketball arena, and the baseball stadium are all wedged in kind of one block with each other, it looks like. In fact, you'll notice if you watch the games this weekend on TV, the right field wall is up against the basketball arena. So home runs to right either bounce off the arena or land on the roof of the arena, and you'll see the football stadium beyond the left field wall. It's all really tight there. Pitch is high, 2-1. But they got a good squad. Up to the win today. Let me see. With the win today, they're in 5th place, 16-11 in conference play in their first year in the Big 12. That's impressive. There's a walk. 2-out walk to Willits. First issued by Kobe Andrade. And that'll get Kendall Pedersen at bat. KP's been on all 3 times he's been up in this game, but he doesn't have a hit. He's walked twice and he's been hit once. Cincinnati's home series in conference play this year, they won 2 of 3 from Kansas. They swept TCU up there. They took 2 of 3 from Houston at home. And they took 2 of 3 from West Virginia at home. Two balls and a strike to Pettis. 3-1. And he walked back-to-back 2-out walks. KP aboard for the 4th time in the game. And what's the last thing you want to do after you give up back-to-back walks? This is a quiz.
Face the guy named Walk.
Exactly right. I like the way you absorb information, Blake Brewster.
Wish I did it better in college.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Walk 0 for 3. Takes one inside. And now Cortland Castle going to go have a chat with Kobe Andrade. (13-7) OU. We're in the 5th. Already 20 runs, 22 hits, and 4 errors in this game, and we're halfway through it. That's how you stay awake right there. You got to keep moving, Blake.
Get the blood going.
Keep moving.
I love the sombrero. We got a cowboy hat to the center of your screen as well. You know, Mr. OU's taking notes.
Yeah, that's got lights on it, by the way. He had them blinking while ago. Legend right there. Andrade really struggling with the strike zone now. He's 3-0 to walk. And the guy who hit a grand slam in game 1 today is on deck. He's in danger of loading the bases for John Spikerman again. Needs a strike, and he can't find it. 3 consecutive walks have loaded the bases. And here comes Spike. Well.
Yeah, 2 quick outs. Just lost his release point. 20 pitches this inning. No inning has been short.
Willits at third, Pettis at second. Walk at first, strike 1 to Spikerman. Right field base hit. He's unbelievable. It's going all the way to the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Pettis. Walks being waved home. Spike digging for 3, and he's there. A bases clearing triple. This guy, I mean, put him down right now. John Spikerman's got to be your Big 12 player of the week. What a weekend.
Yeah, hits this ball, it's in the left-hander's batter's box. Look at his hands work. He's done that all weekend. He's just athletic, and you know he's thinking 4 out of the box.
Make him 9 for 14 in the series. 3 doubles, a triple, a grand slam, and now 10 runs batted in. I mean, that's a month for some guys. Good to have 8 back. Low and away. Hey, there was a spell. OU had a dip. You know, those back-to-back conference losses there that Oklahoma State, West Virginia, the Lamar series was in the middle of that. And you got to remember, folks, that they were without John Spikerman for that entire stretch. And not that you win all those games if he's there. I'm not saying it. But he makes a difference. There's the fourth walk of the inning. And Andrade may be near the end of his night. There is no denying that John Spikerman makes a difference. And if you don't believe me, look at the numbers this weekend. That dude is a dude. Dog. Carmichael. 8th batter of the inning. Right center field, that's rocketed toward the alley, and that is down. And they crash into each other. Madron's home. Carmichael has an RBI triple. The Oklahoma offense is stuck in overdrive.
Staying to the opposite field. Done that all well this game. This one just goes down and gets. A little miscommunication in the outfield between Apodaca and Johnson. Both diving after it. Stand-up triple.
And that's now at 5 RBIs for Carmichael in this game. He's now got 10 in the series. Sooners lead it by 11. Michael Snyder takes the breaking ball for a strike. 6 in the second, 6 in the fourth, 5 in the fifth, and counting. Foul ball off the foot of Snyder, 0-2.
All of this with 2 outs.
That's right. 2 outs, nobody on. Walk, 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 triple, walk, triple. And that pass ball will allow Carmichael to scamper home and make it an even dozen. The lead for OU. We are, by the way, playing under a run rule in this one, which means a 10-run lead in the 7th inning or later, and that's the ball game. So keep that in mind. We are only in the 5th. This is the 3rd inning this game. That all 9 have been sent to the plate. What happened there today? We have a cup get splattered.
Little party foul.
We may need to see the replay. Strike 3 called, and that'll end the inning. But the Sooners score 5. Spikerman and Carmichael with the big blows, and they were going to be here deep into the night. Our camera operators, Gladys Smith, Matt Mills, Taylor Uhrig McCrary, Jared Thomas, Cade Woolaway, and Kelsey Finn on the big screen. Engineers Tim Himkin and Joel Manning. And in the control room, our director, Shansley Glenn, Court Nelson, our technical director, Hayden Fuller on replays, Brian Gwinner on audio, Britton Ross on the scorebug, Colton Cooper on graphics, Steve Botcole on shading. Our producer tonight, the legendary Jacob Potter. Grant Wade with us earlier today. We've got a tremendous crew. And this is the final home baseball game of the regular season. It has been a pleasure, a joy, an absolute thrill to work with them. And not only in baseball, but most, if not all, of these young men and women, softball and basketball, all the different sports across the campus throughout the year. Just the best at Sooner Vision. Of course, if a regional comes here, then, you know, the big boys move into town, and I'm sure they'll employ some of our men and women, but it's not the same. Bring in the national guys and They kick us.
The suits.
They kick us peons out of here.
We're just grunts
Just
at that
great,
point.
Just the best. Jacob Potter and his team are the absolute best. And working hard a long day today. 19-7 OU and a leadoff walk issued to Enzo Apodaca here in the 6th. Carson Atwood beginning his 3rd inning of work. Ty Johnson has been the best Bear at the plate this weekend. 6 hits. 1 for 3 in this game. Off the fist, little pop up to second. Jackson Willits had a decision to make there, Blake. You can do the old drop it and see if you can turn the double play, but he went ahead and caught it for out number 1. No reason to get cute with a 12-run lead.
Yeah, made the right decision. Might have a chance to get him doubled off at first base. Apodaca getting a little antsy. Trying to make something happen.
Cole Posey now, he's got a couple of hits in this one. It's the foul ball back to the screen. Second 19-run outing of the series for OU. 3rd time in Big 12 play they've scored 19 runs in a game. The win over the Cowboys in Stillwater, they scored 19. But none of those are the highest scoring output of the year. The very first home game of the season, the Sooners posted a 20-0 win over Wright State here. Two and 1 the count to Posey. Nothing but smiles down there today so far. Even Reggie's smiling. Well, he was. Fouled out of play.
Short-lived.
Yeah, he smiled and then he said, hey, guys, stay locked in. One on, one out in the Baylor 6th inning. Just got a piece. Well, if you win, Blake, here tonight, you kick back tomorrow and root for Texas Tech so that you lock up the title, or would you rather try to go win it yourself in Cincinnati?
I'm rooting for a Texas Tech win.
Just get it over with,
Yeah.
right? take the pressure off. Fly ball into right. Madron, long run into the corner. Foul territory. Watch out. Nice play. Crashing into the wall and made the catch. 2 outs. That, you can speak to this, Blake, is not easy. Full speed, wall approaching.
It comes up quick, too. There's a long run over there. You know your park. Know the nooks and crannies of it. Feels like second nature. And after you hit it inside the park grand slam, that's easy.
Everything's gravy at this point. Cortland Castle, 2 for 2. He's driven in a couple of runs in this game. That's fouled onto the right field berm. A ball and a strike. Well, The crowd inside Mitchell Park tonight is a little smaller because of the circumstances, but I guarantee you we've got a big viewing audience tonight around Sooner Nation. Pitch is low. They have been treated to a Big 12 softball championship earlier tonight in the sweetest possible way by beating Bevo. And tonight, rooting on the baseball team. What a season it's been for Skip Johnson's boys. Swinging a foul tip, 2-2. A win tonight would lock up a 6th Big 12 series sweep. Remarkable. 2 outs. The 2-2. Did he go? He did. Carson Atwood, the fist pump, and the Sooners headed back to the dugout up 12.
The difference is quality. The best place to gear up for game day is shop.soonersports.com.
Mitch Thompson going back to the bullpen. The senior number 49, Grant Golem, right-handed pitcher. It's a funky motion. Way out in the side. Kind of comes set at the hip and gets way out there.
Delivers strike 1 to Anthony McKenzie. Golem, senior out of South Lake Carroll High School. 1-1. 14th appearance, 0-1, 7.16 ERA. Fourth pitcher of this game for Mitch Thompson. That's pulled to the right side. Bobbled, and the throw is in time. Altman stayed with it for out number 1. Patrick Ingscoff will pinch hit for Jackson Nicholas here. Takes a strike. Ingscoff got an at-bat Friday night, last night in game 1, drew a walk and scored. Pops that up to the left side. Kemp will take it, and there's 2 away. Well, if OU fails to score here, Baylor will need 3 runs in the top of the 7th to keep this game going. We are playing under a run rule in this one. It means a 10-run lead, the 7th inning or later, the game's over. Deshaun Harris now. First pitch, swing and a miss. Freshman from Plano East High School, Plano, Texas. 1 for 4 on the year with an RBI. Oh, and 2. And that's a strikeout, and Oklahoma goes in order. And we go to the 7th. 19-7 OU in front in the...
If there is a run rule in play, junior, 6 foot, 185 out of Euless, Texas. We saw him last night. On the year, he's 1-0, 2.78 ERA. He's been reliable, 22 2/3 innings, 13 strikeouts, just 2 walks in 22 innings.
Oklahoma 3 outs away. They lead at 19-7. Run rule in effect, top 7. And Crooks will start by facing Harrison Cayley. 2 for 2 with a walk. Sooners trailed this game 5-1. This is almost a carbon copy of Friday night. In fact, the score is identical. OU trailed Friday night 6-2 after an inning and a half. They trailed tonight 5-1 after an inning and a half. And then the offense kicked into high gear. They won 19-7 on Friday night. They lead 19-7 tonight. They won the middle game 9-1 earlier today. Isaiah Lane, the catch on the line drive, and they're 2 outs away. Several defensive changes in addition to Crooks on the mound. Patrick Ingskoff, well, that's Isaiah Lane now at second. Patrick Ingskoff has stayed in the game. He'll play third base. That's Anthony McKenzie, who has moved from third to shortstop. There's Ingskoff at third. And Desan Harris now in center field. Strike one. This is one of the stories of the last 3 or 4 weeks for OU, the emergence of Dylan Crooks. He's gone from just another arm in the bullpen to one of the most reliable guys for Skip Johnson. A high leverage situation pitcher. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And if you're a Sooner fan, you do not mind at all having a Crooks going into a postseason run. That is a winning formula, a proven one. The 0-2. Low. By the way, have you been following Jimmy?
I haven't.
He's killing it.
Still with the Cardinals?
Yep. He is rocketing up that organization. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A little high. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and they are 1 out away. If all goes according to plan, 3 weekends from now, starting May 31st, the Sooners will be right back here at L. Dell Mitchell Park. They're going to have to finish strong to hold on. They have not hosted a regional here since 2010. Fly ball to left, and this could do it. Kendall Pettis backing, calling for it, and you can unhitch the wagon. Put the ponies in the barn. The Oklahoma Sooners have clinched a share, the second grand slam of the day for OU. Madron's 11th home run of the year, and he is fired up. And the Sooners win it by a dozen.
Yeah, you talk about Madron 2 for 4 in the Grand Slam. Posey had a good game, 2 for 4, single, scored a run. Cortland Castle, really good behind the plate, 2 for 3, a single, 2 RBIs this game. John Spikerman, the man, 4 for 5, single, a double, a triple, home run away from the cycle, 4 RBIs.
Oklahoma picks up their 21st conference victory. That matches the all-time program single-season record with still 3 conference games to go. Taco Mile final stats. Well, what a day in Norman. It's a doubleheader sweep for OU. 9-1 in the opener. 19-7 in 7 in the finale. Oklahoma has clinched a share of the Big 12 title. For Blake Brewster and our producer Jacob Potter, and for Carly Murray, I'm Toby Rowland. Boomer Sooner, everybody.
Geico can help cover cars, homes, motorcycles, and even accordions.
Pretty liberating knowing Geico can help insure